The experience of the ick is one that many daters can relate to, an inexplicable, often sudden wave of repulsion towards someone they were once interested in. It can strike unexpectedly, turning minor quirks or harmless habits into deal breakers. The way someone talks, moves, or even breathes can go from unnoticed to unbearable in a matter of moments. But is the ick really an indicator that a person isn't right for you? Or is it a reflection of something deeper within yourself? Psychologists suggest that while the ick may feel like a purely emotional reaction, it has roots in both evolution and individual psychology. Historically, humans have been wired to avoid traits that signal potential risks in a mate, whether those risks relate to health, survival, or compatibility. While our ancestors may have rejected potential partners for poor hygiene, illness, or signs of weakness, modern icks tend to be far more trivial, things like tripping in public, using slang incorrectly, or wearing the wrong type of shoes. Yet, despite their seeming irrelevance to survival, these small moments of discomfort can feel overwhelming. One key factor in understanding the ick is disgust sensitivity, the degree to which an individual reacts negatively to things they find repellent. Some people are naturally more sensitive to disgust, meaning they're more likely to experience the ick frequently and intensely. This heightened response can make dating particularly challenging, as even small, inconsequential behaviors can trigger a disproportionate sense of revulsion. However, while disgust evolved as a protective mechanism in a modern dating context, it may sometimes act as a barrier to forming meaningful connections. Another psychological trait linked to the ick is perfectionism. People with perfectionist tendencies often have rigid expectations of what a partner should be like, and when reality doesn't align with their ideal, they may experience the ick as a way of mentally distancing themselves. Rather than seeing imperfections as part of what makes someone human, a perfectionist may interpret them as evidence that the person is fundamentally wrong for them. This can lead to a cycle of rejection, where no one ever seems to meet their impossibly high standards. Narcissism, in a non-clinical sense, has also been associated with experiencing the ick. Those with narcissistic traits often seek partners who enhance their own social status, and any perceived flaw, no matter how minor, can become a reason to move on. The ick, in this case, may not necessarily signal incompatibility, but rather an unrealistic expectation that a partner should fit a carefully curated image. While high standards are not inherently bad, an excessive focus on superficial qualities can prevent genuine emotional connections from forming. Despite its reputation as a dating death sentence, the ick doesn't always have to be a bad thing. In some cases, it serves as a valuable warning sign, indicating a deeper incompatibility that shouldn't be ignored. If the ick arises due to behaviors that reveal a lack of respect, kindness, or shared values, it may be a legitimate sign that a relationship isn't meant to last. Trusting one's instincts is important, especially when they point to fundamental differences that would make long-term compatibility difficult. However, when the ick is triggered by something trivial, like the way someone holds their fork or the fact that they text with too many emojis, it's worth taking a step back to reflect. Is this reaction truly about them? Or is it revealing something about your own fears, insecurities, or avoidance patterns? Are you using the ick as an excuse to push someone away before they get too close? Social media has played a significant role in amplifying the concept of the ick, normalizing an ever-growing list of deal breakers that might not actually matter in a meaningful relationship. The pressure to find someone perfect has led many to dismiss potential partners over minor flaws, without considering that relationships are built on acceptance rather than perfection. While it's easy to write someone off over a fleeting feeling of discomfort, true connection often requires looking beyond initial reactions and giving people a chance to show who they really are. Rather than seeing the ick as an absolute indicator that someone is wrong for you, it can be more productive to view it as a mirror, one that reflects both your genuine preferences and the subconscious barriers you may have built around love and intimacy. If you find yourself getting the ick frequently, it might be time to ask whether perfectionism, fear of vulnerability, or unrealistic expectations are holding you back from forming deeper connections. At the same time, it's important to honor your feelings. If the ick is persistent and overwhelming, it may simply mean that you're not truly attracted to someone, and that's okay. Not every relationship is meant to last, and there's value in recognizing when something doesn't feel right. The key is learning to differentiate between a gut instinct that signals genuine incompatibility and a fleeting reaction that might not actually be a deal breaker. Attraction is complex, influenced by both biology and psychology, by instinct and experience. While the it can sometimes be an obstacle to forming meaningful relationships, it can also be an opportunity for self-reflection. By understanding the factors that contribute to it, we can navigate dating with greater awareness, ensuring that we're not letting momentary discomfort prevent us from finding genuine, lasting connections.